From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Daybreak Drive-In Podcast with Wish TV's Scott Sander. A Wish TV News 8 update.
For Daybreak Drive-In, I'm Hannah Mordeau, filling in for Scott Sander. It's Monday, March 27th. A new bank is buying the collapsed Silicon Valley Bank. Parts of Twitter's source code were leaked online. And this year's NCAA Men's Final Four is set with 3 teams that have never been there before. These stories are next. Breaking news overnight, First Citizens Bank is buying the collapsed Silicon Valley Bank. The FDIC approved the sale last night. The agency says First Citizens will take over all SVB deposits, loans, and customers. According to First Citizens, 17 former Silicon Valley Bank branches will start operating today under the name Silicon Valley Bank, a division of First Citizens Bank. As we've reported, the bank shut down earlier this month after customers withdrew $42 billion in a single day. It marked the second largest bank failure in U.S. history. Here in Indianapolis, a teenage girl has died after a double shooting at a house party in Fountain Square. It happened early yesterday morning at a home on Villa Avenue near Keystone and Prospect. Police say they found the girl dead inside and another teenage boy shot. At last check, he is stable at O'Reilly Hospital for Children. IMPD is now asking anyone living nearby to check home video cameras to help with the investigation. Parts of Twitter's source code were leaked online. That's according to a legal filing first reported by the New York Times. According to the document, Twitter asked the platform GitHub to take down the code where it was posted. The platform complied. Twitter also asked the court to identify the person or people who posted the source code without Twitter's authorization. Also new this morning, Israel's ceremonial president is urging Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to halt a controversial overhaul of the judiciary. Comes after tens of thousands of Israelis poured into the streets last night to protest Netanyahu's abrupt firing of the defense minister. The defense chief had challenged his overall plan the day before. In Tel Aviv, protesters flooded the streets, waving flags. They blocked main highways, lit large fires, and had some scuffles with police. The rallies come amid a months-long crisis over Netanyahu's plan to overhaul the judiciary there. The plan has drawn concern from U.S. officials and close allies. Now to the war in Ukraine. The Ukrainian government is calling for an emergency meeting in the United Nations Security Council after Russian President Vladimir Putin unveiled plans to station nuclear weapons in Belarus. Putin announced the plan in a TV interview that aired Saturday. He said it was triggered by the UK's decision to provide Ukraine with ammunition. U.S. officials say they're keeping an eye on the potential plan. One Ukrainian official says Russia is taking Belarus as a nuclear hostage. This year's NCAA Men's Final Four is set with 3 teams making their first ever appearance. The games in Houston tip off on Saturday with 5th seed San Diego State facing 9th seed Florida Atlantic. The Aztecs squeezed out a 57-56 win yesterday against Creighton thanks to a free throw in the final seconds. FAU enters the Final Four after a 3-point upset win over 3rd seed Kansas State Saturday. 5th seed Miami will take on 4th seed UConn after that game. Miami beat Texas 88-81 Sunday night. UConn dominated Gonzaga 82-54 Saturday to earn their spot in the Final Four. You're waking up to scattered showers today. They're going to calm down through the mid-morning. Cloudy skies, though, will stick around this afternoon, and high temperatures will be up to about 47 degrees. From Wish TV, I'm Hannah Mordeau. Be sure to subscribe and like for your daily news updates from the All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the Daybreak Drive-In Podcast with Wish TV's Scott Sander. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.